What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 6 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 6 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put any amount of money in that brokerage account. They're going to give you up to 6 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. There's a link down in the description box of the video. Go click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I'm going to also send you a Webull tutorial video to walk you through basically how to use the Webull app to make your first trade. All you got to do is send me an email. Let me know you've opened the Webull account. Let me know you funded it. And I'll send you that free Webull tutorial video. Email address down in the description box of the video. In today's video, we're going to talk about why Americans are in trouble, and it's getting worse. And I'm going to reference a CNBC article. And here's the title of the article: Americans are doom spending. Here's why that's a problem. So, consumer spending has remained remarkably resilient in the face of some stiff economic headwinds. Nearly all Americans, 96%, are concerned about the current state of our economy, according to a recent report by Intuit Credit Karma. Still, more than a quarter are doom spending, or spending money despite economic and geopolitical concerns, the report found. So people are not happy with the state of our economy. And they're not happy with the state of our geopolitical politics in this country. It's stressing them. They're stressed. So what do people do when they're stressed? They spend. But they're spending money that they don't have. And that's a problem. Let's read on. Even as inflation and high interest rates have squeezed budgets, a record 200 million shoppers turned out between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, according to the National Retail Federation. This season, holiday spending is expected to reach record levels, totaling up to $967 billion. You tell me that's not a lot of money. That's $1 trillion, folks, just for the holiday season. And a big part of that money, people don't actually have. This is what they're using. Let's go down here. This is what they're using. Even as credit card debt tops $1 trillion, that's what they're using. Even as credit card debt has surpassed $1 trillion, it's $1.3 trillion, guys. Guess what we're doing? We're getting ready to continue spending. And we're going to get that thing up to about $2 trillion. I guarantee you, sometime in 2024, our credit card debt in this country will top $2 trillion. We just spent $1 trillion from Black Friday through the holiday season. They're expecting $1 trillion to be spent, guys. And I've already told you, most of that is going to be used on what? Credit cards. Much like doom strolling, we're seeing people mindlessly shop to soothe concerns about the economy and foreign affairs, which could take a toll on their financial well-being. Well, it's going to take a toll on their financial well-being because here's what's happening. We're buying all this stuff we don't need to make the 1% wealthy, but we're doing nothing to build wealth for us. Nothing. Think about it. 2 years ago, we had $2 trillion in personal savings. That's pretty much wiped out now, guys. By January 2024, the Federal Reserve of San Francisco says it'll be a nothing burger. Zero personal savings by January 2024. You go from 2 trillion to zero in about 2 years. And guess where most of it is going? Right here. Stress spending. That's where it's going, guys. Stress spending. So that's a problem. That's a problem, and we need to talk about it. See, here's the situation. Either we address this issue head on and deal with it, resolve it, or it's going to continue to escalate. A lot of people say, well, how can you say that, Richard? The economy is doing well. It had a 5% GDP in the third quarter of 2023. What are you talking about? Well, that's why it had a 5% GDP, third quarter 2023, because people are stress spending. People are spending money that they don't have. And the savings that they did have, they burned through it. Now, your credit cards are getting burned through because you can see the increase in credit card debt in this country. That's a problem, guys. That's a problem. People are concerned about the economy. Why? Because, see, most people can look at their financial situation and they can say to themselves, I know these people are saying the economy is doing well, but I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't have no personal savings. I have nothing saved for retirement. So yeah, I can hear people saying the economy is doing well, but in my household, it's horribly not well. People are not doing well. Wow. So what's saving the economy? The labor market. Let's be honest. The labor market is what's saving everything right now. If that labor market takes a nosedive, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to be in trouble in our economy. That's what's saving us. The binge spending, the upper 20% of one percenters, wealthiest people in this country, and the labor market. I would say of all of that, it's the labor market that's saving the economy right now, because the labor market is still functioning at a decent level. We don't see unemployment going up. The economy is still adding jobs to the tune of somewhere between 150 and 200,000 per month. But here's the rub. A lot of these companies that are making these jobs available are starting to put stricter guidelines on their future employees. No longer this pandemic stuff where you get to just stay home and, oh, I don't want to, I'm going to stay home and do my, A lot of these companies done peeled away those restrictions and saying, no, you come into work. You're going to do everything we ask you to do if you want to get paid. Because see, these companies understand where Americans are when it comes to their savings and when it comes to their retirement funds, when it comes to their net worth. These companies are not stupid. They understand you need them more than they need you in most cases. So now they're starting to pull back a lot of these pandemic restrictions that they had no other choice during the pandemic and after the pandemic. They had no other choice, right? They didn't. Either they make it comfortable for employees, or guess what? They wouldn't have had any employees and they would have had to shut their doors, because why? The money printer was turned on. The government was printing money, sending out stimulus checks, sending out PPP, sending out ELDL loans, just all kind of free stuff. Unemployment was amazing, right? People were getting unemployment checks left and right. They didn't care about going back to work. All that's gone. That's gone. And these employers know that. So they're telling these folks, listen, if you want a job, you're going to jump through all of these hoops to get that paycheck. And that's also adding a level of stress to folks because people done got comfortable with these pandemic restrictions. No more. These companies ain't taking it no more. So that's stressing folks. Here's the deal, guys. If we want to build wealth, we got to do three things. We got to take three things in consideration, right? Time, rate of return, and duration. Time is basically how much time do I got to build this wealth? Obviously, return is what type of return can I get on the money that I put in this investment? And then duration is basically, again, how long do I got to do this? Do I have enough time? If I'm a 50-year-old person and I'm trying to retire at 62, I got 12 years. That's it. So these are the things you got to take yourself through to get yourself back on course, right? We got to stop this binge spending. We got to get ourselves back on course. We got to get ourselves back on course, guys. In this country, we do. I just read you some really, really alarming statistics of what's happening around the holiday season and the kind of spending we're doing right now. We're going to total over $1 trillion in spending in a couple of months span, guys. And guys, that spending is not coming from savings because we don't have any more personal savings. It's coming from credit cards. And it's coming from what? Your W-2 income. Or if you own your own business, income you got coming from your business. Those are two sources. Credit cards and coming from wages. If wages go by the wayside we're going to be in trouble. So guys, here's the deal. Time, rate of return, duration. We got to start thinking about our time frame, right? Someone that's 20 years old that starts and wants to be at freedom at 50, that's 30 years they got. Someone starts at 40 and want to be there at 50, that's 10 years. You got two different time frames, right? The person who has the 30-year time frame, they may not have to put as much money in because they got 30 years to do it. The person that has the 10 years, they may have to put more money in to get to their nest egg at the end of the rainbow. And then you got return, rate of return. What are you going to put it in to get at least a 10% rate of return? Okay, let's back that up. 8 to 10% rate of return. I say the S&P 500 for me would be my choice because you got a track record there over the last 100 years of a 7 to 10% rate of return in the S&P 500 index. So for me, that would be my choice if I'm just starting out, if I'm just trying to get this wealth journey started. That's where I'm headed. S&P 500 ETF or index fund that tracks the S&P 500 index. And then you talk about duration. Again, duration and time are pretty similar, right? How long am I going to have to put this money in this investment? The first one, time, is how long do I have personally before I want to get to my freedom? And then duration is how long do I have to put this money in order to build up the nest egg, right? So they could be the same or they could be different. It depends, right? But duration is important because if I'm at a zero net worth and I need to have a million in net worth in order to generate the income I need for my lifestyle at a certain age, yeah, I'm gonna have to get to work. Depending upon if I'm younger, I may have longer. If I'm older, I got shorter time frame. So you got to figure that out. But the key is reprogramming yourself, getting your mindset right, stop stress spending, and get yourself to a position where you can start saving and investing. Give you four quick financial principles, then I'm gonna end this thing. Number one, gotta live on less than what you make if you want to change something in your life financially. You gotta live on less than what you make, right? If I'm making $3,000 a month, I gotta live on $2,000. Simple, right? Simple. Gotta live on less than what I make. I can't live on more than what I make and expect to get to financial freedom, because you won't. Second thing, gotta live on a plan. I gotta have a personal budget that I live by. I gotta know exactly what income is coming in, and I gotta know exactly how much of that income is going out in the form of expenses. And then I got to really understand, what are my expenses? Are they need expenses or they want expenses? I got to cut out all the want expenses. Number 3, got to stay out of consumer debt. That's a problem for us. We're already at 1.3 trillion in credit card debt. That ain't even including student loan debt. That ain't including automobile loan debt. You throw those two in, we're approaching about $5 to $6 trillion in debt when you throw those 3 together. That's consumer spending, guys. If you didn't know what consumer spending is, that's what it is. Automobile loan debt, personal loan debt, credit card debt, right? Student loan debt, I throw it in there. A lot of people may not, but I throw it in there. See, mortgage debt is not consumer debt, right? It's by itself, because that's typically an asset we're putting money in. Our home, that's an asset. Or rental property, that's an asset, right? So the other 3 are not assets. They are liabilities that are sucking you dry. So my point here is, when I look at this article from CNBC, it's very alarming what's happening, guys. And I can understand people are frustrated. People are scared. But here's the deal, guys. No one cares. The 1% don't care if you're scared. They don't care if you have money put away for a rainy day. They don't care if you have retirement savings. They don't care, right? So here's the thing. You got to save you. I've already told you guys, time, rate of return, duration. Got to think about those 3 things. And then you got to couple those 3 things with what? The 4 financial behaviors. Live on less than what you make, right? Live on a plan. Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. That's the 4th one of the 4 financial behaviors. Save and invest. That's where TRD comes in. Time, rate of return, duration. You couple that with number 4 on these financial principles, save and invest, and you're off to the races. Now, if you need help with that, guys, I offer 1-hour financial sessions where we can sit down via Skype, via FaceTime, via Zoom. If you have Zoom, I don't have Zoom, so you'd have to supply the Zoom link, or just by phone. And we'd spend an hour discussing your financial situation, and then we come up with a game plan, hopefully that you will execute. I don't execute it for you. You have to execute it, but I will help you come up with that game plans, and I will help you put it in place. That's a financial session, 1 hour. It is a paid financial session. If you're interested in that, there's an email address in the description box of this video. Send me an email and let me know if that's something you're interested in, and I'll send you a follow-up email, and we can go from there. That's my way of helping, right? Or you can continue to just watch the videos every day and pick up, tips and nuggets from the videos. If you want them 6 free stocks from Webull, click on that link down in the description box. Open up that Webull account today. Go get your free stock. Go get your free money. And then you're ready to do what? Invest. Buy in paper assets, right? If you keep doing the things you did in 2023 and you do them in 2024, you'll get the same results you got in 2023 and 2024, right? Definition of insanity: I keep doing the same activities, but I keep expecting different results. Got to change up the activities to get different results, guys, right? Do that in 2024 if you want to get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.